This is game 1 of Soulwind against Zokuru. Soulwind is going to be leading with T-Tar, Zokuru is going to be leading with Metagross. Now, T-Tar is very likely just going to switch out of Meta. Meta could do quite a few things. Could be banded and try and just Houdini early on, or just fire off a mash from any kind of regular meta set. So I expect we'll see one of these two things, or maybe Zokuru wants to try and catch a switch and double for momentum. So we'll see. As Zokuru goes to Mince, as Soulwind switches to Scarm, a pretty natural meta switch. Meta switched out first, so we can probably guess it's faster than T-Tar. What that says about the T-Tar set could mean it's a slow set like a Pursuit set, or just that the meta is it's like a medium speed T-Tar and the meta is just quite fast, like a fast band set. So with Meta Immense shown, there could well be a Magneton there. We'll see if Soulwind wants to try and scout for it in any way or just get a layer up. Okay, so Zokuru's got Mixed Ments, Fire Blasts into Scarm getting the first layer up. I think that's a fair trade for both sides. Damage on Scarm's obviously important for what looks like a fence with a Meta and Mixed Ments. The layer is also important against a fence, so both players will take that. Now, Soulwind could just get a Protectant if he has it, or switch out, pivot to something else. Okay, pivots to Bliss as Zokuru Dragon Claws, which looks like just like a bit of a blanket move to try and catch whatever. Maybe Soulwind switch Gengar and playing around a Brick Break or something. But even then, Bliss is still safe against Brick Break because it's not a 2-hit KO. But no, Blissey is at 84 and it can just attack, and I think Zokuru is going to switch out, possibly to Lax or to his own Blissey. Lax, it makes sense on this physical offense. And yeah, that's what it is. So a Lax on a Mixed Ments team. Oh, wow, that's a burn. Yeah, and anyway, a Lax on a Mixed Ments team is likely to be an aggressive set with Boom. Maybe like a Focus Punch set kind of deal. But he gets burned, and that really sucks because Snorlax's attacking utility and its defensive utility are both completely gone. So Lax is kind of like inclined to Boom as soon as it can very early, especially because Scarm at 39 would actually just about be in burn Boom roll range. Soulwind goes to Gar. Really, really nice prediction there. Revealing that unrevealed Gar on Zokuru's Boom, knowing that Zokuru thinks, okay, my Lax is burned, that sucks, I'll just try and get what I can out of it. And Soulwind makes a really nice play. T-Tar comes into Gar, we'll see if it's gaining leftovers. Okay, so not gaining leftovers. Could be a lot of things. Could be Lum DD, could be Lum Mixed, or it could be could even be choice bands. Either way, I think Soulwind's going to want to switch. And he does. Switches to T-Tar on a rock slide. So you have to think that T-Tar is actually like maybe not the most solid switch into like an immediate DD. I mean, it can probably tank a +1 Earthquake, but it's still not great. So maybe Soulwind doesn't have a super comfortable switch into T-Tar. Maybe he thinks, oh, okay, it looks like it's a mixed Tar and it might crunch or use a special attack, in which case my own T-Tar can come in just fine. That Rock Slide miss really sucks because Zokuru can't get any information about the T-Tar spread, and also can't, just doesn't get the damage. And this T-Tar is super healthy, and it could threaten. So if I was Zokuru, I'd go to Ments here to just get the Intimidate, so I don't think it ever Rock Slides. And then instead he goes to meta, which is sort of like quite a natural T-Tar switch, but he gets absolutely smashed by a Choice Band Earthquake. I don't think Zokuru expected it to be Bantar at all. Because Bantar is just like a set that's not actually around that much these days. But works really well here, destroys meta. I think Zokuru maybe could have gone to Mence, just get that Intimidate. It still plays around DD, and of course isn't particularly scared of other stuff a T-Tar would do when faced up against another T-Tar. So yeah, now he goes to Mence. It's locked on Earthquake. We'll see if he wants to what he wants to do. Dragon Claw or Fire Blast, or Brick Break. Okay, Brick Break's trying to catch Blissey, which at 84 would have actually been into a Kira range at that point. Thinking that Soulwind would want to conserve Gengar health. But Soulwind makes a nice play, shows that unrevealed Starmie, and Starmie could be super, super dangerous, especially with Blackstone physical offense teams being like very typically Starmie weak. So Soulwind Hydro's predicting a switch. As the crew stays into Dragon Claw, looks like he was just trying to sack the Mence. It's just really, really uncomfortable against Starmie. Maybe thinks, okay, Soulwind has Gar. This Mence is actually never going to be that useful against Gar Star and a Bliss that's still quite healthy. So he just prefers to conserve the health of other Mons and just not have them switch into Starmie. Or he may just be just straight up unable to switch to Star. So Soulwind Ice Beams here and Zokuru sacks. That Dragon Claw damage is pretty important because it brings it into range of like a Pert EQ or indeed a Coon Surf / Hydro. Soulwind's Blissey showed Fire Blast, which means it's actually set up fodder for Coon. So he probably doesn't want to go to Blissey here. Especially if it's sub-Calm Mind, because Fire Blast and Seismic Toss you really don't typically see on the same set. So I think he might just try and get his damage on the Coon where he can and take a kill trade and punish any like boosting ideas as well. So yeah, Soulwind T-Bolts, 45, that's good damage. Good for T-Tar. And if Soulwind's last is a Pert, which it might well be, then it likes Coon being low as well. And Coon takes Star down as well with the Surf. So will Soulwind go to Gengar to follow, threaten T-Bolt? No, he goes to Skarm, which might suggest, okay, Gengar is defensive, so it can't kill the Coon. And Skarm is a nice play because it punishes any boosting ideas and any ideas of rest as well, because rest into raw, that Coon's probably not lasting that long against a Choice Bantar, which might well be faster than it. In fact, probably is faster. So yeah, T-Tar comes in, and Soulwind just sacks Skarm because it's at 9 and probably not that useful. And we see his last now, which is actually Dull as opposed to Pert. So Zokuru has quite a few possibilities here. A lot depends on his last. His last could be maybe like a Boom Guard to support Coon and Mix Mence and just be like good all round, throw some sleep. Could be something else physical that appreciates all the kind of physical wall breaking. And we will see. Either way, I think Zokuru probably wants to just try and sack Coon possibly to Dull. It depends. If he has HP Bug, he might go for that and take damage where he can. But I don't know if he wants to conserve T-Tar's health, because there's Blissey shown and Gengar, which T-Tar could potentially Dragon Dance up on if it is indeed Lum DD. So Zokuru might sack Coon or alternatively show his last. Yep, there's Coon and that is yep, a sack. EQ for 29. Yeah. By the way, I said sack Coon earlier, um, as opposed to bring Coon in and actually try and get it to rest because I saw the Coon damage on Starmie and just assumed, okay, this Coon is modest. So I guess we're going to see Zokuru's last here, which is Heracross. Oh, it's an Asta team. And this Heracross is sub. Sub, Swords Dance, Focus Punch, Mega Horn. And Clay booms early, wanting to avoid Swords Dance into Psychic, bringing Heracross into Salak range and possibly threatening everything. With maybe a Rock Slide flinch, because I don't know if Soulwind knows that it's an Asta team and he doesn't have Rock Slide. I mean, I think if he recognized the team, he could have very possibly tried like a psychic idea, and then sacking something once Hera can't sub anymore. I don't know. Maybe he just wants to play super safe, get Gengar in safely. It looks like Gengar's going to be pretty bulky because it didn't come into Coon, so it can't kill it. Might well be Fire Punch Giga Drain, Taunt Will-o'-the-Wisp, that kind of set, which would make sense supporting Skarm on this kind of team. And whittling down Blissey for Starmie. Yeah, it's Taunt playing around Swords Dance as Hera just starts attacking immediately. And doesn't actually have Fire Punch, has Thunderbolt, which still brings Hera into Salak, but gives Hera quite a few more turns. And Megahorn did 36. I'm not exactly sure about the rolls. Did 25. But 25 could mean a lot of different things. Hera could potentially kill Gar. That first Swarm Megahorn did 36, and if Hera kills Gar, he just actually has to hit 2 Megahorns, because I think a Swarm Megahorn will take out a Fire Blast Blissey from that range. And Zokuru would manage to pull it back. So can he do it? Can he kill? And I mean, even if not, and he just hits Megahorn and brings Gengar down low enough that it dies to sand, T-Tar still has a shot. If it's faster and can flinch the opposing T-Tar once. So yeah, Megahorn for 34 doesn't kill Gengar, but brings it down to sand. And now T-Tar is just looking for a flinch into Soulwind's own T-Tar that he's going to here. Can he be faster? Can he flinch? Yeah, he's faster. Can he flinch? Can he flinch? Can he flinch? No, he can't flinch. Soulwind takes the game. So Soulwind looked like he got ahead really early. He was in a great position, especially when he burned the Lux and switched the Gar into Boom really well. And Zok lost these two Meta and Lux early without them doing anything at all. And that's typically a winning position, but Zok's Hera was quite threatening in the late game. One thing to note is that if Zok's T-Tar managed to hit Rock Slide earlier, Zok actually just won. Like, straight up. Because I think if Rock Slide's doing 43, EQ's going to kill that T-Tar, and then it's just a matter of killing Blissey, which T-Tar can do pretty comfortably. So that Rock Slide miss was pretty influential on turn 6. I wonder if Soulwind could have done it a bit differently. I think if he recognised the team earlier, I just don't know if he knew that it wasn't going to be Rock Slide Heracross and it was just going to be Focus Punch Hera. That he would have maybe played a bit differently, tried to Psychic with Claydol and then somehow conserve it, but then there's the issue of Swords Dance. Swords Dance from Hera on like another predicted switch. So Gengar could be compromised at +2 of Swarm maybe. Yeah, it's actually a much closer end game than I thought it was going to be, and it was really intense. Yeah, it's a really good game 1, and we'll see what happens in game 2.